The proposed Maharlika Wealth Fund will be amended, removing GSIS and SSS among the top funding sources. According to one of the bill's proponents, Representative Stella Luz Quimbo, our House reporter Gabriel Lalu has the details. Gab?
Yes, Neil. The proposed Maharlika Investment Fund would no longer source its budget from the government insurance system or the GSIS and the social security system, amid fears from the public about pensioners' benefits being lost to bad investments. During a sudden press briefing on Wednesday evening, Marikina 2nd District Representative Stella Quimbo confirmed that the House of Representatives Committee on Appropriations would convene on Friday. This is to amend the bill, removing the 125 billion originally slated under the bill that would come from GSIS and the 50 billion that would come from SSS. Quimbo is the senior vice chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations and is one of the authors of the bill. The MIF, a sovereign wealth fund, seeks to pool funds so that the government can make investments here and abroad. It attracted controversy after opposition lawmakers and critics pointed out that this means that the government would use the premiums or monthly contributions of workers in the government and in the private sector. They fear that once the investments don't provide high returns, the benefits of pensioners would be affected.
This morning, the House leaders, led by Speaker Martin Romualdez, met with the economic managers to reassess the Maharlika Fund bill as drafted by the economic managers. Based on our assessment of the proposed changes put forward by the economic team, we are amending the bill to change the fund sources, removing GSIS and SSS as fund contributors, and instead utilize profits of the Banco Central of Filipinos. The discussions on the amendments shall be taken up by the Committee on Appropriations on Friday upon the instruction of Speaker Romualdez. Maganda na nagsagawa tayo ng series of consultations ukol sa panukala na validate ang mga agang-agang ng ating mga kababayan, lalo na ang masisipag ng mga tao ng Pilipino na buwan-buwang naguhulog ng GSIS at SSS contributions.
Gab, malaki itong balita na ito. No? Actually, this is a breaking news. The press conference there, I believe, just ended. So, Gab, malaki itong balitang ito because this was really one of the concerns ng mga kritiko ng bill na ito, that we are using the pensioners' money here. So, what led the lawmakers to decide to remove it from this bill?
During the press briefing earlier, sabi ni Congressman Quimbo na the authors actually, Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez and all the other authors including her, they decided to remove it amid concerns from the public kasi nga merong fears na kunyari matalo yung investment, hindi maganda yung returns, benefits ng mga pensioners na nakasalalay doon. So, upon consultation then with the economic managers, they had a meeting earlier, they decided na they would amend the original bill and they would do it in a meeting. There would be a hearing on Friday na sa Committee on Appropriations.
Because after all, this Maharlika Wealth Fund is an investment. Like any other investment, it could result in a win or a loss. So in many ways, it really is a gamble. So what happens next, Gab? Ipaliwanagan natin in layman's term kung paano mangyayari itong sinasabi na amendment na ito. Nasaan ba ngayon sa usapan dyan sa Kongreso itong proposed bill na ito?
So currently, yung bill ay nasa Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries. As I've said last time, hindi siya na-approve nung kailan ba yung hearing? Parang around Monday yata. Hindi siya na-approve. Nag-suspend yung deliberations to hear other concerns from other stakeholders. Ayun nga, sabi ko nga, nagangako si Manila 5th District Representative Erwin Tieng na papakinggan naman lahat ng side. And then, earlier din, during an ambush interview kanina si Majority Floor Leader Manuel Jose Dalipe, na sinabi niya na baka within December, ma-approve yung bill on second reading. So, what happens is, once the committee approves the bill, it would be forwarded to the plenary for deliberations doon. So, dadaan yan, second reading, pagdedebatihan yung mga amendments, pagdedebatihan ng mga members ng Kongreso, and then, pagbobotohan to approve pag na-approve siya, it would take at least 3 session days bago isa lang ulit siya for third reading. Unless it is certified urgent by the President. So, as of now, nasa committee level pa siya. And then I think the Committee on Appropriations would convene on Friday to discuss the matter.
Talagang mahaba-haba pa yung dadaanan nitong bill na ito dahil as you mentioned, it's still in the committee level. Bukod pa dyan, yung diskusyon na mangyayari sa Senado.
Yeah. Hindi pa natin take into account yung ganitong yung proposal na wala pa, as far as I know, wala pang proposal sa Senate. Wala pang similar proposal. So, andito pa lang siya sa House. Once it is approved, pagbabanggain pa yan, yung dalawang provision, yung baka merong contradicting provisions, disagreeing provisions. So, matagal-tagal pa to. And mukhang papakinggan naman din talaga ng House yung mga sinasabi ng mga stakeholders. At kaya sabi ni Congressman Stella Quimbo na kaya rin daw talaga tinanggal yung provision, yung funding from SSS and GSIS kasi pinakinggan nila yung stakeholders and naintindihan naman nila yung takot ng mga tao.
Gab, just a question. Let's talk some numbers here. Magkano yung supposedly kukuhanin sa GSIS at SSS? So I understand it's around the total amount of the sovereign fund would be around 175 million if I remember it correctly. Magkano doon yung manggagaling sa 275? So magkano doon yung manggagaling sa GSIS at SSS?
So 275 billion, 125 would come from GSIS and then 50 million would come from SSS. That's 175 billion. On top of that, merong 50 billion sa Land Bank of the Philippines and then 25 billion sa Development Bank of the Philippines. Meron ding 25 billion sa General Appropriations Act or yung budget na yung annual budget ng bansa. Ngayon, dahil tinanggal yung 175 billion, ang sabi nila, hindi nila ini-specify kung saan manggagaling ngayon. Pero sabi nila, posibleng source is Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas dividend.
Okay, so talagang we'll wait for details kung magkano yung makukuha natin sa Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Gab, last question na lang. I watched the press briefing, a little bit of it, mina-mention si Congressman Quimbo na isa sa mga proponents nitong batas na ito na madadagdagan yung safeguards nitong batas na ito. So far, ano yung mga safeguards dito sa batas na ito?
Actually, hindi yung magiging panibagong safeguards, hindi niya na-mention lahat eh. Ang talagang ang gist ng press briefing is yung tatanggalin ang GSIS at SSS. Okay. But I think more of this will be discussed on Friday sa Committee on Appropriations. We just hope that it would be a public briefing so para makapunta rin yung mga reporters and yung mga stakeholders. Pero definitely, what was discussed earlier, yung tatanggalin yung sa GSIS and sa SSS because of, yun nga, fears ng mga tao na baka pag natalo yung investment, makakabayad pa ba ng pension yung dalawang state-owned insurers?
Okay. Thanks, Gab. We'll follow more developments on this story. That's our House reporter, Gabriel Lalo.
Anytime.